Jack, I have had enough of you fooling around out here. Stop trying to act like it's a good thing to be single at your age and find a woman you can actually stay married to. And once you find that woman, you make her bring me a grandbaby. If you could just try a little harder to find someone, you could become a very good husband and father, right? All you are right now is a complete embarrassment to me.
I think asking Jasmine to bring you that grandbaby would be a lot more effective, Mom. And those two already took fertility tests and the results came back saying that they are both good to go.
I understand that, but that has nothing to do with you. What I'm trying to tell you right now is that it's embarrassing to have my oldest son grow up single and with no kids.
But Mom, I already told you I don't plan on getting married anymore.
Huh? You're going on about that again? Then what's going to happen to me getting my grandbaby?
And that's why I said, you won't be getting a grandbaby from me, okay? I've been to the doctor about it already and they said it's better for me to just look past wanting kids based on the very low chance I have of getting someone pregnant. I even tried bringing up adoption as an option, but you budged in, saying that it was the wife's fault for not bringing in any kids. And you still wonder why she left me after all that crap you gave her. For something that's not anyone's fault but my own. Why is it so hard for you to accept the truth, Mom? You literally do anything but accept the truth, and that includes hurting those who aren't even at fault. If I had to give you a reason why I'm not married now and never will be again, I'd say it has to do with you always getting in the way.
You're going on about that again as well?
If you don't want to hear about it again, then stop making me bring it up. The fact that you always come to me about not having any kids and not having anyone to love is why I always go back and bring up the reasons why. It's driving me nuts.
Well, listen, Jack. You don't have to cover for that ex of yours being infertile anymore, because you've already divorced her and she means nothing to us anymore, right?
Jesus Christ, Mom. I'm not lying about it to protect her. I'm being serious when I say that I'm the one that's infertile. I even showed you the test results from the clinic, right?
Well, anyway, I'm not going to allow you to stay single. The only way you're going to continue staying a man in my family is by getting yourself another wife and making some kids with her. That's what all men need to do, and you're no exception.
Please stop with all this, Mom. At this point, you continue to go in circles about this. It's just wasting everyone's time.
Jack!
I have an early morning tomorrow, so good night.
I've had enough sitting here waiting. You must be planning to surprise me with something, right?
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about that penthouse you have. You must have bought that recently, right?
Huh?
When I went into your apartment earlier, I saw the papers on that place lying on your computer.
You've gone and created yet another duplicate key to my place without my permission? Are you still not able to get it into your head that it's because of crap like you that you've caused my last relationship to flounder and forced me to divorce my wife? I can't believe you right now, Mom.
Well, you're my son, and I think I have the right to have access to your apartment. So when are you going to be able to introduce me to that new wife of yours?
Seriously?
The penthouse I saw in those papers lying in your apartment showed that it has 3 bedrooms and a very spacious kitchen, so there must be a good reason for you buying it, right? What kind of woman is the girl you're with right now? Is she the kind of woman that can actually get pregnant and birth some children?
It was after you bought that penthouse that you made my relationship with my ex-wife impossible and I had to divorce her.
Huh?
It's been over a year now since I bought that penthouse. After the divorce, I've been dealing with a lot of personal things, and I still have work and that to deal with as well, so I haven't had time to move into the place or anything yet.
Huh? What the? Can you stop trying to upset me right now? But if that's really the case with you, that penthouse doesn't belong to someone who's single and has no plan to have a family, right?
Huh?
Well, listen, your sister has gotten pregnant.
Oh, is that so? Tomorrow I'll send her a text telling her congrats.
Well, what I'm trying to say is that I want you to give that penthouse to your sister and her husband.
What?
Right now, your sister is living in a small apartment with her husband that only has 1 bedroom and 1 bathroom in it. Right now, the place is decent for those two, but the moment they have their first baby, they're going to need more space to work with. You can understand that, right?
Well, yeah, I understand that.
Then please give that place to your sister.
Stop being ridiculous, Mom. I am planning to move into that place real soon, and starting this week I plan to get my things packed up and ready to go.
Having a place as big as that all to yourself is far too greedy.
Why is that greedy? Also, this place wasn't even gonna be mine in the first place after the divorce, but I was able to get it after much talk with my ex about how much I planned on using it. You have no right telling me to give it away after you almost made me lose it once already.
You are far too old now to be saying such selfish garbage.
How am I being selfish right now?
Are we finished here, Jack? I'm tired of having to fight you all the time on stuff like this. That place is too big for you and would be perfect for your sister, her husband, and her soon-to-be-born baby. And me. Having a place that open for the four of us to live in would be perfect.
Hold on a minute. It seems to me like the conditions have changed, and you just made it look as though you plan to live with them in the penthouse.
And what's wrong with me wanting that?
Have you ever even spoken with either of them yet about your plan?
There's no reason for me to talk with them about it now.
Well, if they need a house that's bigger than the apartment they're in, then the normal thing to do would be to move into a bigger place, or have a new place built for their needs, right? And I believe that both of us have heard already from her husband that he plans on having a place of his own built for the family, instead of moving into an already built home, right? Even if I did want to give them my penthouse, they probably don't need it.
I've had enough of this talk. Just give them the dang penthouse. If you continue to keep saying no to what your own mother is asking you, then I'll have to disown you.
Really?
But if you give them that place, then we can all go on with our lives again as normal. You don't want me cutting ties to you, right?
Actually, I don't care if you do or don't.
Right? You know just as well as I do that we don't want that.
Huh? Wait, that's not what I meant.
Yeah. You can stop trying to talk your way out of all this now. I am looking forward to moving into that place and having so much room to work with while raising my grandbaby.
That's not what I meant.
Well, since that's what's going to happen soon, I need to start preparing my things as well to move into that place.
Go and do what you'd like, Mom. But don't come back to me when things aren't what they seemed.
Jack! Why are you living in this penthouse right now? You were supposed to have given your sister this place so that her family and I could live here without you.
How do you know about me moving out of my old apartment?
I went to your previous apartment to come see it, and the man living next door to your place told me that you moved out. And when he said that to me, I went right to the building that the penthouse is located in, and I can see that you're in there right now. But when I ran after you as you opened the door, you slammed it in my face before I could come inside.
Well, luckily there's a really fast auto lock on the door that kicked in right before you turned the handle. And if you don't have the key to that lock, you can't get in.
Well, then hand that key over to me right now, Jack. I went to your apartment today looking for that key after all, so now that I've had to run all the way here after you moved in without letting me know, I'm getting that key.
So you went into that apartment again without my permission, huh? Thank God I moved out of there before you started to have one of these fits again.
You don't have any plans to get married again, right?
That's right. All I'm thinking about now is living as a bachelor for the rest of my life.
Then hurry up and get the hell out of there. That penthouse is far too good for some half-cooked man like you who doesn't plan to have a wife or kids.
Well, I'm planning on making this place into my office and this studio as well.
Huh? Making it into an office?
For a long time now, I've been doing this sort of work as a sort of side hustle, and now I'm thinking of focusing on it full time. And as of right now, I've been working with a friend of mine on merging our businesses and making a larger company.
And so what? That sort of stuff has nothing to do with that penthouse.
Well, that friend that I'm working with had plans to get married next year, and then move into a place close to his penthouse. But right now his partner is overseas for work, and he's all alone over here. So the plan is to have him stay in this penthouse with me for the next year until his woman returns and they get married.
What the heck? Why did you make all of those plans without me?
Because this is my penthouse, and since it's mine, I can do what I want with it.
But I told you that if you don't want to be disowned, you have to give that place over to your sister so that her family can move into there. You can look back in our texts and see exactly what I told you. I said for you to give the penthouse to her, and that you don't want me cutting ties with you, right? And you replied by saying you don't care if I do or don't.
Yeah, and that meant that I don't care what you do about your relationship with me. In other words, go ahead and disown me.
Huh?
You can go back into our messages and see what I told you. You're mistaking what I said, and that it wasn't what you thought it meant, right?
What? You're kidding, right?
I wanted to make things more clear for you, but you wouldn't stop talking, and told me to stop talking about it anytime I try to speak, so I gave up on it. And honestly, I'm totally okay with you cutting your ties to me, and that's why I stopped caring about you having a misunderstanding about what I said.
What the heck? Then what should I do now?
Go back to your own house and stay quiet from now on?
But I already moved ahead and sold my place.
Is that right?
What the hell is up with you acting like that's got nothing to do with you?
Well, you're cutting ties to me now, right?
No, I don't think so.
Are we done here? I have some things that I need to get back to, and I can see that you have nothing left to say to me that I care to hear. Bye.
Wait a second. What the heck am I going to do? Jack? Hey.
What do you want? What could you possibly want with me now?
Hey, do you know where your sister ran off to?
Huh? Why are you asking me where she's gone? All I know about her is that her husband and her moved back closer to his hometown because there would he be closer to his job.
Huh? They moved even further away. That town is almost 4 hours away from here.
Before those two even got married, they were talking about how before they even had a kid, they'd move back into his hometown where he'd be closer to his job and be in a better place to raise the kids. The only reason why he was working around here for a little while in the first place is because the company he works for is owned by his dad, and he was asked to start helping with the starting of a new office in town. But they agreed that once his wife became pregnant, he could go back to his old office closer to his hometown and have his kid there.
What?
And it's getting pretty close to the due date for that baby, so they decided to move back to his hometown before she had the baby and is all tired out.
Well, why did I never hear anything about this from them?
It's because you're a reckless woman, so we all decided to keep their move a secret from you so you couldn't do anything crazy to them.
Huh? I'm reckless?
You made a huge deal about having me give up on my penthouse and handing it over to my sister so that her and her husband could have their baby there and you could live there with them as well. They also knew about how I bought this place before my divorce and that you were the reason my wife ended up leaving me. And if all that wasn't enough, you were causing a crap ton of stress for her by always trying to control everything she planned to do with the baby, as though it was gonna be your baby somehow. Well, anyway, there's a whole bunch of reasons that began to pile up, and that's why they both chose to move out of town without telling you.
What the heck? Does she not want me around to help her in raising her baby when it's born? Did she forget who raised her to become the perfect woman she is now?
And as far as we're concerned, it was Dad that raised the both of us into the people we are now.
Huh?
Dad was the one making the money in the house for all of us to live on, and he was also the one that did the most cooking and cleaning in the house. You were a housewife, but you ended up slacking off quite a lot.
Wait a second.
Also, it's been 2 years now since you left the house to live on your own away from Dad because you didn't want him to listen to you asking all the time to do the chores, right? Well, he's told me that he plans to divorce you now since you're never going back to him.
But if he leaves me, how am I going to make any money?
No, I'm not, because you told me you'd disown me and cut ties with me.
But you are my son, so you should be able to do something about this, please.
I think we're pretty much done here, right? I'm a very busy man now, and I got things I gotta get back to. Can you make sure to never talk to me again?
Jack!
Now I'm gonna get back to work. Goodbye forever. After her and I had our final conversation, my mom came running back to my penthouse door and continued to hang around it for hours and hours. But after a while of hearing her constant knocking around my penthouse door and the building itself, others in the building began to become suspicious of her and called the police on her. They came just at the time I wasn't around, so she couldn't get me to come and help her, meaning the police put her in their car and drove her to the nearest station. After she was let out of the police station the following day, she proceeded to start heading back to the building my penthouse was in, only to be stopped by my dad, who told her that he heard about everything and would be sending her to my older brother's business outside the state. There she would work for him and make some money to support herself, while also being too far away to do anything about me and the rest of my family. Her brother operates a logging business, so the location she'll be working at is far in the mountains and forests, where it takes almost a day to get to by buggy or truck. So because of her being so remote, I can feel a sense of relief knowing she'll never make it back here again. And of course, this meant that Dad was able to divorce her as well. I hope that now she's lost pretty much everything in her immediate family, and she'll begin to make a new family out there in the middle of nowhere cutting wood all day with all those other loggers. And I'm sure that unlike us, those loggers won't even let her get away with a second of that reckless attitude she had with us. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought about the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Leslie, today I'm going to take the day off work, okay? What? Can you make sure to have any of the work I was supposed to be tasked with today and hand it out evenly among the rest of the team to have done for me? Amber, do you have a second? What's wrong? You and I both talked before about how the last time you took a day off, you used up the rest of your time off, right? That means this time you will not be paid for taking the day off, as you no longer have the PTO for it. Huh? This time will be considered an absence from work, and you won't be paid any money for this day if you take it off. What? Isn't that a little rude of you, though? The company is the one to decide how many PTO days you get in a year, and if you use more than that, then you will no longer receive 8 hours of pay for that day, and will be considered just an absence from work. This is the same rule that applies to everyone in this company, so it's not just you. Really? Are you sure this isn't just about you being jealous of a cute little 19-year-old girl like me? Excuse me? Why are you bringing something like that up now of all times? Well, look at yourself. You happen to be 40 years old and still single, right? That's true, but what does that have to do with your situation? I get that you've been trying to hide your private life from everyone else at work, but you have so much going on with you that it's far too easy for me to see the truth. Wait, I'm not trying to hide anything about myself from anyone, though. I also happen to have a fiancé now. Seriously? That has to be one big lie, right? There's no way a 40-year-old single woman like you could have found yourself a man that would actually be willing to marry someone like you still. You can stop it with all the lies about yourself, all right? Amber, this conversation is getting off topic now. Let's get back on topic, okay? Now, to repeat what I've said earlier, you have used up all your PTO, and that means today, if you do plan to take the day off, you will not be getting paid an 8-hour salary. That is all. All right. I have to take the day off today, so no matter what, I'll let you off the hook with that. This isn't about you letting me off the hook or not about something that has little to do with me. I do not have the time to continue talking with a hysteric grandma all day, so I'm out of here. Leslie? Hello? This is the 19-year-old super cute new hire here. Good evening, Amber. It's a little past 8 now, so we're not in the office anymore. Is this something you can talk to me about tomorrow? Hey now, are you still upset about earlier? I get that you might have some hurt feelings about what I said, but you're way too old to be holding on to the past now, right, Grandma? Amber, what is it you want? Huh? Are you just here to make yourself seem all cute and stuff in front of me? Or are you trying to act as though you're better than me? Well, if either of those are the case, then it's a waste of time for the both of us, and you're better off refraining yourself from doing it anymore. What? Well, whatever. I don't have time to sit here and listen to an old woman and her awful attitude anyway, so I'll tell you what's going on here. Listen, this weekend I'm going to be having my wedding. I'm inviting people like you, Leslie, and the rest of the people in the department to come along and watch. So please come. This weekend, you said? That's pretty soon. I didn't have any other choice this time. I happen to have something major happen to me, and that's why I need to get married now. Wait, are you talking about that? I want to have this wedding before my belly gets too big, so that's why it's going to happen this weekend. That's the whole reason I've been having to take a lot of time off work. I see. So the reason you've been out of work at least once a week for the last month or two has been for that reason? And this coming Sunday, I'll be having the wedding at a really fancy restaurant. That's in 2 days, right? This is meant to be a surprise for you. A surprise! Well, I'm sure that seeing a cute and young bride all happy on her wedding will be difficult for a single 40-year-old grandma, but, well, I just wanted to share some of my happiness with you on the day, huh? Amber, your full name happens to be Amber Curtis, right? That's right. But, of course, once I marry my man, I'll become Amber Bourne. In other words, your soon-to-be husband's last name is Bourne? That's right. I see. Mr. Bourne. And I'm going to become Amber Bourne. I really want people to start calling me that soon, so I want to get this show on the road. I'm sure you'll never have any idea what I'm talking about when I say it's going to be so amazing having my last name changed with marriage. But I hope this wedding will give you just a small taste of that experience. I'm going to make sure to rub all my happiness in your wrinkly old face, so make sure you're there. But I don't want you going after any of the men at this wedding, all right? None of them are going to want some 40-year-old single grandma, so leave them alone. I'm going to have to introduce myself to the groom, I think. What? I just told you to not try reeling in any men, all right? I'm not the type of woman that likes to steal other people's partners, so don't worry about that, please. Huh? My sister and her kids are going to be arriving at my house any time now to hang out, so I'll see you later. As for the time and place of the wedding, I'll have all that information sent into the office group chat. So make sure to read all of that later, please. Leslie, were you able to make it to the restaurant yet? I know that today is going to be very tough for you, having to watch a youthful and cute 19-year-old get married right before your eyes. But do your best to swallow those tears and watch this wedding to the very end, okay? Good morning, Amber. Are you in the changing room right now? Yep. I just finished having my wedding dress and everything put on. And as for your soon-to-be husband, Mr. Bourne, he's at the restaurant as well, right? Of course he is. He told me he just got finished changing into his tuxedo. Is that so? All right, then. I would like to go see him before the wedding gets started. Would that be all right with you? Huh? Why do you want to see him so badly? Wait, are you literally going to try and take my groom from me today? The groom's full name is Max Bourne, right? Actually, through my sister, I may happen to know the groom. And, well, it's very important that I go and introduce myself to him today, so I'd like to be able to go to his changing room and see him. I suppose there are times like this after all. Well, it's not like he's going to fall for some old hag trying to flirt with him anyway. As long as you make it quick, I'll allow you to go and see him. Well, as long as you're all right with it, I'll make my way over to go and see him right now. I'll go over to his changing room as well now. Leslie, what the hell is this? Why is Max on his hands and knees apologizing to you? What the hell happened between you two? Amber, have you still not realized anything yet? What are you talking about? Have you not taken a look at what my last name is? You're Leslie Pines, right? Wait, you're related to Ashley Pines? She happens to be my little sister, actually. What? Ashley and I happen to be separated by many years, so most people would never think that the two of us are sisters. But after hearing from me that she's my sister and that we both share the same last name, you can understand things a little bit more clearly, right? Are you still going to question why your fiancé, Max Bourne, is on his hands and knees apologizing to me? Amber, this goes for you as well. You have something you need to tell Ashley right away, right? I'm sorry that I went and stole your husband from you. What is this? If you knew something was going on here, then why didn't you tell me about this a lot sooner? Why did you wait to tell me all of this until the day of my wedding? Because this would be the best chance for my sister and I to catch Max and handle him without him getting away from us. Huh? Your best chance to catch Max? When my sister started to go on about a divorce and all that, I was overseas and not in the States to help her deal with things. And I never even knew about most of this going on until after things between her and Max had been dealt with. Of course, I didn't get to hear about everything from Ashley about what had happened. And when Ashley did explain certain things to me, she never told me the name of the woman that had stolen her husband from her. So this whole time, I never knew who it could have been. But when I did learn about who it was, or at least was made aware of it, it was when you told me to come to your wedding today, 2 days ago. At the time you had told me that, I stated that my sister was coming over, and when she arrived, I told her about you and your wedding. And that's when I learned who you were. But even if that is the case, Ashley and Max are both divorced now, and he's paid her the settlement she asked for. You both should be totally fine leaving us alone and letting us enjoy our lives. Why the hell are you making him apologize even more? To you, Amber, you may think things are finished with a simple apology and a settlement like that being paid. But you are aware that Ashley and Max had 2 kids together, right? And so what? Right now, Max should be paying Ashley $700 a month for child support so that she can care for the 2 kids. And he has the responsibility to continue paying that $700 a month to her until the kids are both adults. He has to pay her $700 every month? But here's the problem. Within the first 3 months of the divorce and her getting their kids, he moved out of his place unannounced and changed his phone number. And then he just disappeared and ran away from Ashley. It's been half a year now, and he has not paid any of the child support to her within that time. So over time, we've been searching for him so that we could force him to do his job as the father of his 2 kids. And as we were starting to lose hope in finding him, we came across you, Amber. Are you kidding me? I guess this is what everyone means when they say we live in a small world, right? Are you freaking kidding me? Well, you should really enjoy this wedding you've worked so hard on having with your fiancé. My sister and I know where Max is now, and we're not leaving until his parents arrive here to help us handle him. Wait, he told me his parents disowned him a while ago. Well, they are pissed to have heard about him never paying the child support for his kids. They are going to continue to keep ties cut with him, but to get him to take responsibility for the child support and never have a way of running off, they're having him move into a new line of work. Some construction company his second uncle owns that's out in the middle of the mountains right now doing a 10-year-long job. A construction company out in the middle of nowhere? I'm not sure what all the details are on the company, but from what his parents have told me, it's a place that most ex-prisoners go to work, as the place is like a prison and reminds them of home in a way. Huh? What the hell? I think it's a great place for people to learn their duties as an adult and work them back into proper members of society, if they wish to leave, of course. So with that, when this wedding is over with, his parents and his second uncle will be hauling him off to that new company so he can start his job. Huh? Hold on a second. He and I just handed in our marriage papers this morning before the wedding, and we are already legally a married couple. You're telling me he's going to have to move into the mountains now without me? Well, some married couples happen to live like that for a while, right? But we wanted to be together forever, and that's why we've gotten married. Also, it's not just him that has lost ties to his parents, but me as well. That's why the 2 of us really wanted to be together. It's all because of you, you old hag, that we're going to lose this happiness we've had. You're the freak that thought it was okay to steal someone else's husband and ruin their happiness all so that you could have a husband of your own. Because of you and your BS, you took my sister's husband away from her and left her with a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old that she has to raise all by herself. It's because of you that those 2 kids no longer have a father. Just because you're young doesn't mean you get a free pass to do whatever you want. At least I'm not the forever alone grandma. I'm getting married next year. Huh? And also, the fact that you keep calling me an old hag and a grandma might be hurtful to some. But I actually like being called that because a lot of people who are actual grandmas are very nice people. They happen to take really good care of their family and their friends, just like I'm doing now. In my case, I'm caring for my single little sister and her 2 kids. And I'm here to protect them from someone like their husband and father, who left the 3 of them with nothing, trying to get away with no damage to himself. And from someone like you who caused all of this to happen in the first place to them, ruining the family they had. I will never forgive you for any of it, Amber. If you really want to be with Max and live a loving and happy life together, then go right ahead. Now I'm going to go back outside and wait for the 2 of you to finish that wedding you've been wanting to rub in my face this whole time. But just know that I'm not sure who will all show up for it today, and what'll happen when they come. It became time for the wedding after I'd been finished talking with Amber. In reality, there was supposed to be around 30 people coming to see the wedding, but a large amount of those people ended up saying no to the invitation. In reality, only a few people dropped by to see it. And I totally understand why most didn't come anyway, as Amber only sent out her invitations to everyone 2 days before her wedding date. Because nobody had really showed up, Amber and Max, both dressed up for the wedding, got on stage and started to shout at one another about what was going to happen. In the end, they got into a really bad fight and started to damage a lot of the things inside the restaurant. And this led to the both of them having to pay off thousands in fees to the place. And on top of those fees, Max would also be asked to pay for the past 6 months' worth of child support. After the wedding had been finished and Max was sent off to work, Amber had her baby and was then forced to go to work for that company as well. She's working in a different shift than her husband, and with the help of her higher up there, she's being worked so hard that every day she forms at least 10 new calluses on her hands. And all of this in order for those 2 to pay off everything they owe and more. When it comes to myself, being the old grandma that I happen to be to Amber, I've defied all odds and am going to be having my wedding in the next couple of months here. And what she doesn't know is that my fiancé happens to be 10 years younger than me. But in his eyes, he doesn't really care about my age, as he finds mature women a lot more decent than young women like Amber. I'll make sure to send her an invitation soon to the location she's working, and maybe she'll have enough cell service out there to give me a call congratulating me. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Hey Erica, I don't want to rush you, but I want to hear your answer to my proposal soon. Do you still not have an answer?
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. This isn't an easy decision, you know? I really like you, Emilio, but there are still some things I have to know about you before I can decide.
What do you mean some things you have to know about me? But I've been completely honest with you all this time, and it's not like I have secrets.
It's not like that. I meant that I need to know things like how eligible you are for a promotion at your job.
A promotion, huh? I guess I can't really give you an answer when it comes to that, huh? I mean, it's only been 3 years since I entered this company. Even if everything goes well, a promotion is probably still a few years ahead, knowing how things work around here.
Yes, I understand, and I can't exactly just keep holding back my answer until I know that you're going to get a promotion too, right? I mean, my value as a woman is starting to decrease because I am not getting any younger, you know? So I need to make a really smart decision before I give you an answer.
I guess you are the kind of person that doesn't hesitate to work hard to improve herself. But don't you think that there are also ways to get better with age, and not just the other way around? I don't know. Maybe you could become more wise or something.
I mean, I guess we can think about that when the time comes, but what I want right now is someone my age that's already of the same value as me, which is why I want you to do your best, Emilio. And I'm doing my best too, aren't I?
Well, I guess you are. Alright, then I'll do my best so that at least I'm going to be guaranteed a promotion in the future.
Yeah, that's the spirit. The sooner you give me results, the better, since I'm currently just waiting for something I can evaluate you on. And before I turn 30 would be nice. Oh, and giving birth once you turn 30 becomes even more dangerous, so yeah, I'd like to have kids before then too.
I understand. Then I feel like what I'm going to tell you right now will probably be very important to you.
What is it?
You know that we're going to be starting a huge new project at my company, right?
Oh yeah, I remember you told me something like that. The CEO is going to manage the project himself, right?
You see, I've actually been invited to be one of the people that are going to be involved in this project.
Oh, that's wonderful, Emilio!
If this project succeeds, then this will surely land me a promotion in the near future. I'll do everything I can with this new project, so could you just wait for me a bit longer?
I understand.
Hey, Emilio. Huh? Moreno? What do you want, and why are you suddenly contacting me like this? Come on, Emilio. Is that how you greet an old friend? We haven't talked since we graduated university, right? Yeah, looks like I forgot to block you, though. Thanks for bringing back memories that I'd rather just forget. What? What do you mean by that? Thanks for reminding me to block you then. Bye. Wait, it's going to be a problem if you block me. What do you mean? You work at the planning department of S Company, right? Yes, and? How do you even know that, by the way? It's not like I told you where I would be going after we graduated. I found out because I'm going to be an employee of the planning department starting from tomorrow as well. I hope we can get along, colleague. What? But I thought you got a job at T Industries after you graduated from university. Yeah, I changed jobs, obviously. I had no idea you were here as well, though. I just wish you had told me sooner. So you're a new employee hired during the middle of a work year? Yeah, I guess I am. What of it? If that's the case, then isn't it weird how you're suddenly placed in the planning department? I thought that new employees had to undergo a training period first, whether they were hired during the middle of a work year or at the start of one. Oh yeah, but I don't need training, you see. Why not? Well, probably because I'm an extremely skilled worker. But more importantly, don't you recognize my last name? Your last name? What? Don't tell me. But are you a relative of the CEO's? Jesus, it's my 3rd year at this company, and I've only made the connection. In my defense, I was never your friend in the first place, so... Come on, don't be so cold, Emilio. It's not my fault that your girlfriend simply wanted to be with me more than she wanted to be with you. Oh, and yeah, I'm the CEO's nephew. But that must mean that you're the son of the CEO's younger brother, who was also a senior executive director at this company. Correct again. So, you got a job at this company using these connections of yours, huh? Yeah, and? It's not my fault that I was born lucky. I'm not the kind of person that thinks using connections is bad all the time, but when it comes to you, who knows? Maybe you really are highly competent. It's not like I ever saw you at work before. Judging by your character, I highly doubt it, though. Hold on, Emilio. You're going to regret it later on if you talk to me like that. I'm the senior executive director's son, remember? You were my friend during university, so I'll let you off with a warning this time. By the way, do you happen to know that the CEO doesn't have any children? What? Oh yeah, I heard that his wife died only a year after they got married, and he's been single ever since. Do you know what that means then? I'm going to be the next CEO as his nephew. I think that listening to what I tell you will be best for you in the long run, don't you agree? Be sure to stay on my good side, and I might promote you to manager one day. What are you talking about? But the next CEO hasn't been decided yet. Actually, it has been decided, and it's going to be me. I know there hasn't been any official announcement yet. Everyone in the company's inner circle already knows about it. I'm telling you this because you're my friend, by the way. Hey, Moreno, did you forget what you did to me back in university? And you still have the audacity to call me your friend? What? Are you seriously just salty about that? Come on, Emilio, just let the past go already. Well, I don't intend on causing trouble over something that happened years ago and, more importantly, has nothing to do with our job here. But it doesn't matter whether you're the CEO's nephew or senior executive director's son or whatever. You're still a new employee here. Don't do anything that might cause trouble in the company, all right? Yeah. Except, you know my uncle is a CEO, right? Unlike you peasants, I don't have to follow the rules.
Hey, Emilio, I heard that the new employee who just joined the planning department was your friend from university.
What? You already met him? No, he's not my friend.
You see, the General Affairs Department where I work at is also in charge of the company's reception. They asked me to show him around the office building, so I talked to him then, and that's when he told me that he was a friend of yours from university.
Oh, I see. I thought for a second that he approached you, knowing you were my girlfriend or something.
What? No. Where did you get that idea? Anyways, he said he was the CEO's nephew and the senior executive director's son.
Apparently. I only found out about it yesterday when he texted me. I have forgotten his last name, so I wasn't able to make the connection until he told me.
Is that so?
What?
Nothing. Never mind. I heard that he was going to be working with you from now on, so I was just curious.
I see. I don't want to give you too many preconceptions about him, but I'm going to warn you just in case he tries anything strange.
What strange things exactly?
You see, Moreno was infamous back in university for being extremely careless with women.
What? Really?
I knew at least 10 people who got their girlfriends stolen by him, and those are just my acquaintances. I think you can see it for yourself by how he's telling everyone today how he's the CEO's nephew or the senior executive director's son or whatever, but he would show off his family's wealth to get girls to do whatever he wanted. I'm ashamed to admit it, but I was one of those people who got their girlfriends stolen by him.
Wow, that's something, I guess.
Just be careful, alright? Knowing him, he's probably going to try and approach you since he knows you're my girlfriend. Just ignore him.
Oh, yeah, I understand, and thank you for warning me about him.
Hey, Erica, where are you right now?
Oh, hey, Emilio. I told you that I was going to go out drinking with my friends tonight, so what's the matter?
To think that I had even warned you.
What are you talking about?
Who are you with right now?
I already told you. I'm with my friends at a bar.
You're lying, aren't you? You're in a hotel with Moreno, right?
You know about us already.
Yeah, I saw this happening in a nightmare, but to think that it was actually true. These past 2 weeks, you've been canceling all of our plans because you always said that you have something to do. I wanted to believe that I was just being paranoid and nothing was happening between you two, but now there's no denying it, I guess.
Oh, so you saw us together or something?
Yes, just this evening on your way home from work. Besides, what are you even doing with him in a hotel already? It's only been 2 weeks since you met him, right?
And what made you think this was our first time at a hotel?
Huh?
We've been going out since the day after he entered the company, you know? In fact, this is actually our 13th time meeting up.
What? I warned you so much about him. Why did this happen?
Actually, those warnings of yours had the opposite effect on me. I mean, it only made me want him more.
What? Since when did you say things like that, Erica? I thought that you were better than this.
I mean, he spends the entire year going out with some woman, not to mention that he's able to steal just about anyone's girlfriend. That means that he's just that attractive of a guy, right? Not only that, but he's also the CEO's son / senior executive director's son. And he was placed in the planning department, one of the most prestigious departments in our company, without training, even though he was just a new employee. Oh, he's practically perfect.
You seem to be making a huge misunderstanding. The only reason he's able to steal girls like that is because he uses his family's wealth as bait. That's also why he was able to get a position at the planning department so soon as well.
Oh, I'm not done yet. He's also going to be the next CEO.
What? Actually, that's...
I've been waiting for someone like this my entire life.
I see.
To think that he's already set for a promotion, even though he just joined the company. No, he's incredible. But I saw how the other female employees were looking at him on his first day, even though they didn't know about his family ties. He's just that good looking. I thought to myself then that I had to make him mine before anyone else did, and set my plan in motion immediately. I approached him, which is when he told me that he actually fell in love with me as well. We knew that we needed to make our vows of love, so we decided to go to a hotel immediately. Finally, I've met a man who deserves me and all the hard work I put into improving myself. I thought to myself, I'm seriously in love with him, Emilio. He's the first man I've met who's on my level.
I was hoping that you would save all that for after we finished our relationship and broke up.
What?
What do you mean, what? Do I seriously have to tell you that?
Yeah, but I couldn't wait until we broke up. If I don't lay my hands on a high-spec man like him, then the other women will be all over him and I'd lose my chance.
You could have literally broken up with me right before you two started going out, making what you did with him after that barely forgivable. You just enjoyed the act of cheating itself, didn't you? I really don't understand. You were such a proud woman, and then you met him. Besides, that's not something you should say when you still currently have a boyfriend. What you're doing right now is cheating, Erica. The worst possible thing that one can do when it comes to relationships.
We aren't even engaged yet, so who cares? Love is free, Emilio. Stop being old-fashioned.
I'm trying to tell you that I can't even imagine what kind of nerve you must have to just do something that you know will hurt someone as naturally as if you were breathing.
What are you even saying?
It seems you won't understand even if I try to explain it to you, so goodbye. Let's break up. I hope you're happy.
What? Really? Oh, thank God. I was actually wondering what I should do if you refuse to break up with me or something. So you're just going to step aside, right? Oh, thank you, Emilio, for being so understanding.
Hey, Emilio. Thanks for breaking up with Erica. I'm sorry for having to steal your girlfriend again, I guess. But it really wasn't my fault this time. She was the one who approached me and not the other way around. She's sleeping next to me right now. But Jesus, it's not every day you find a woman as fine as this. Looks like you don't want her anymore, so I'll take care of her until I get bored again. Bye.
Hey, Emilio. Well, since you're my ex-boyfriend and we do have a lot of history together, I thought I should be the first one to tell you that I'm going to quit my job at the company.
Oh, is that so? And what made you think that I wanted to know that?
Oh, come on, Emilio. I know we already broken up, but we used to love each other, right? And I still care about you. So you don't have to be cold, okay? And you see, I also wanted to be the first to tell you that I'm pregnant with Moreno's child.
Huh?
Now it's certain that I'm going to be the CEO's wife in the future. Oh, I'll let you in on a little secret because you're my ex-boyfriend and everything. So, you see, I purposely got pregnant with his baby so that he would have to marry me.
I see. So this time, he was the one being used, I guess. Usually it's the other way around, but I guess there's a first for everything.
Excuse me? Are you accusing me of using him or something? Oh, come on, Emilio. Just because you're jealous doesn't mean you can just say things like that.
Still, though, I'm still surprised at how much you've changed since the first time we met. The Erica I knew would never have said such a thing and would be disgusted with you right now. I'm going to give you a warning now because I don't want you to come cry to me later saying, "Why didn't you tell me?" or something.
What do you mean you're going to give me a warning? But it's certain that I'm going to be the wife of a CEO and live a life of luxury from now on.
I wouldn't be so sure about that. It's up to you to decide after you hear what I have to tell you, though. Oh, and just so I can be honest with you, I just found out about this today as well.
Would you please stop talking in code? Just tell me what you're talking about.
First of all, it's not decided yet who the next CEO is going to be.
What?
You're part of the General Affairs Department, the department in charge of controlling the information that goes around the company. So you should know that there hasn't been anything yet on who's going to be the next CEO, right?
But Moreno says that even though it hasn't been officially announced yet, it's already been decided within the inner circle of the company.
So you just believed him? He wasn't lying exactly because he believes it himself, but he's just being delusional when he says that.
What? It's not really going to be him?
All I said is that it's undecided, but I highly doubt that he's going to be the next CEO considering his relationship with his father and uncle. That reminds me, the second thing I wanted to tell you is that even though Moreno is the CEO's nephew and the senior executive director's son, he's caused so much trouble that he's basically on the verge of being disowned by his family.
Wait, what do you mean he's caused so much trouble?
You see, the reason Moreno came to our company using connections in the first place is because he laid his hands on 3 female employees simultaneously at his last company, even though he already had a wife and children.
He had a wife and children, but went out with 3 different women at the same time?
Yeah, impressive, right? Although apparently his wife found out about this ultra cheating of his and divorced him, taking custody of their children.
What? But he never told me he already got divorced once and had children.
Actually, he's already been divorced twice. And of course he didn't tell you. He's the kind of guy who only tells girls what they want to hear. He has a talent for it, I'll give him that.
He's already divorced twice? But isn't he like 25 years old?
Yes, like I said, he's a very talented man when it comes to such matters. Back on topic then. His previous company found out about what he did, and so he couldn't really stay there anymore and voluntarily quit. It seems he went crying to his father, who's the senior executive director at his company, and got him to land him a job at this company.
So that was what he meant when he said he used connections? I thought that he...
You thought that he had finished his training at another company, and he was welcomed with open arms at our company as a promising future CEO?
Well, I mean,
To tell you the truth, he didn't do any work while he was here at our company. He mistakenly thought that he was protected by his father, the senior executive director, and his uncle, the CEO. And even though he was still in training, he did as he pleased. The planning department was in chaos because of him.
What? No, I had thought he was allowed to skip training and was placed directly into the planning department.
That's only what he thought had happened. The truth was that he was just going to begin his training as a member of the planning department.
What?
The training he was supposed to undergo at other departments was all canceled because of his terrible attitude. So we've been stuck with him here at the planning department all this time. But now that his training period is over, we can finally let him go because we're obviously not hiring him.
What?
That means that he's currently unemployed.
He's unemployed?
It seems that letting his son join the company was his father, the senior executive director's last act of mercy towards his son. As we can already see, it didn't go well. Since he indirectly caused a mess in several departments by letting his son join the company, he plans on resigning from his position as a senior executive director and move to the countryside with his wife. But still, I wonder what Moreno plans on doing from now. He has no job, but he has to pay child support for the 4 children he had with his 2 different wives.
4 children?
Yeah, and it looks like he's going to have to pay for 5 soon.
No, what am I...
Considering the situation, the only option left for him is to find a new job purely with his own skill, since he no longer has any connections he could rely on.
No way, this can't be true. Emilio, I'll get back together with you so you can take care of me and the child in my belly.
Oh, and I forgot to tell you, but I already got engaged.
What? When?
After the 2 of us broke up, my uncle introduced me to a wonderful young lady. We've been going out ever since and are planning to get married.
What? You're going to get married with a woman your uncle introduced you to? It's obvious that things will go better with me, the woman you met naturally, than with this woman that was just introduced to you. I mean...
Yeah, but if things didn't go well, then we wouldn't have gotten engaged in the first place. Don't you realize that?
But surely there aren't many women on the same level as me.
It looks like you haven't noticed yet, so I'll be kind enough to tell you. At first, I liked how you were so confident in yourself because you were the kind of person who was willing to do hard work for better improvement.
So you understand then?
But you lowered your own value the moment you decided to cheat on me.
What do you mean by that?
Why don't you think about this carefully from another person's perspective? What would you think of a woman who has sex with another man even though she already has a boyfriend? Not only that, but one who's more than happy to go to a hotel with this other man the day after she meets him. Don't you think that such an easy woman would normally be looked down upon?
No, I don't, but...
You don't even understand that?
So that's how I look now to other people?
Yes, you really have fallen, Erica. There's nothing admirable about you anymore. Goodbye. Considering what was probably going to happen in the future, it would probably have been best if Erica hadn't quit her job. But apparently, it had already been several days since she turned in her letter of resignation, so there was no going back. Since Erica was now pregnant with Moreno's child, the 2 got married, but both of them were unemployed, so he was unsure how they were going to support their soon-to-be-born baby. That's when Moreno's father, the former senior executive director, gave the two of them 50,000 euros to help them take care of their baby, saying that the child is innocent and he or she shouldn't have to suffer for the mistakes you two have made. Sadly though, Moreno and Erica thought that this money was theirs to spend however they pleased, and all of it was gone in an instant. 1 month later, they went to Moreno's father again asking him for this month's allowance, which is when he found out about what they did with the 50,000 euros he gave them. Moreno's father gave up on the two of them. Then it was decided that their child will be given up for adoption and raised by a distant relative of theirs. It seems that Moreno's father is going to make the two of them repay the 50,000 euros they spent thinking it was their own money. Now apparently, the two of them work from day to night every day, insulting each other all the time.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.